Welcome to the Awakening Information Channel, where we share scientific knowledge about health in an easy-to-understand, practical, and reliable way. Help you take the initiative to take care of yourself and your family. Let's analyze it together.
Seahorses, scientifically known as hippocampus, are one of the most unique and fascinating marine creatures. They belong to the family Syngnathidae, the same family as pipefish. The seahorses are unique not only in their appearance but also in their biology and habitat. Seahorses are not strong swimmers. Instead of swimming horizontally like most fish, they move vertically. To maintain balance and fight the current, they use their small dorsal fin and pectoral fins to control their swimming direction. The dorsal fin beats rapidly, about 35 to 50 times per second, creating a gentle propulsion. However, their swimming speed is very slow, making them vulnerable to predators. To compensate for this weakness, seahorses have developed a masterful ability to camouflage themselves. The seahorse's habitat plays a key role in their survival. They live mainly in shallow, temperate, and tropical waters throughout the oceans. Places like coral reefs, kelp forests, and seagrass beds are their ideal homes. Here, they can use their coiled tails to cling tightly to coral branches, kelp stems, or seagrass, helping them anchor and hide perfectly. The ability to change skin color according to the surrounding environment is one of the most effective weapons of camouflage. A seahorse living in a coral reef can be brightly colored, while one living in a kelp forest is green or brown. This helps them blend into the environment, becoming almost invisible to predators. The feeding habits of seahorses are also very interesting. They are patient predators, using their tubular snouts to suck in prey such as small crustaceans, shrimp, and zooplankton. They often hide, wait for prey to pass by, and then use strong suction to capture them. One of the most prominent biological characteristics of seahorses is their reproductive habits. The male, not the female, is the gestating species. After the female lays her eggs in a special pouch on the male's abdomen, the male fertilizes them and becomes pregnant. Gestation varies by species and environmental conditions, but usually lasts between 2 and 4 weeks. When giving birth, the male contracts his body to push out hundreds of fully developed baby hippocampi. After birth, the baby hippocampi are completely independent and receive no parental care. 1. Biological characteristics and chemical composition. Seahorses belong to the Syngnathidae family. Unlike ordinary fish, they swim vertically. Their tails can curl up to cling to underwater plants, helping them stand firm against the current. The chemical composition of seahorses is very complex and has been extensively studied by modern scientists, including the following compounds. Proteins and amino acids make up the majority of the dry mass of seahorses. These proteins contain many essential amino acids such as lysine, arginine, and glycine. They play an important role in building and repairing cells, as well as producing enzymes and hormones. Fat. Seahorses contain a small amount of fat, including unsaturated fatty acids, omega-3 and omega-6. These substances are beneficial for cardiovascular and brain health. Minerals. Rich in minerals such as calcium, iron, zinc, and magnesium. Calcium is important for bones and teeth, while iron is necessary for red blood cell formation. Zinc and magnesium participate in many enzyme reactions in the body. Bioactive compounds. These are the components that make up the medicinal value of seahorses. Some notable compounds are collagen, found in abundance in the skin and bones. It helps increase skin elasticity and support joint cartilage. Polysaccharides have the ability to strengthen the immune system. Peptides. Some peptides have been found to have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory activities. 2. Medicinal uses according to traditional and modern medicine. Seahorses have been used in traditional Asian medicine for thousands of years, especially in Eastern medicine. The main medicinal uses include enhancing vitality and nourishing the body. In traditional medicine, seahorses are considered a kidney tonic and aphrodisiac. It is used to treat erectile dysfunction, impotence, and kidney problems. Treatment of respiratory diseases. Seahorses are used to relieve symptoms of asthma and chronic bronchitis. Support treatment of cardiovascular diseases. Some modern studies show that extracts from seahorses can help reduce cholesterol and blood pressure, thereby helping to prevent cardiovascular diseases. Pain relief and anti-inflammation. Compounds in seahorses, especially peptides and polysaccharides, have anti-inflammatory effects, helping to relieve pain in diseases such as arthritis. 3. Harmful effects and notes when using. Although there are many benefits, using seahorses also has some potential risks and harms. Risk of overdose. Using too much seahorses can cause some side effects such as heat in the body, high blood pressure, or digestive disorders. Heavy metal pollution. Seahorses live in marine environments and can accumulate heavy metals such as mercury and lead from the water. Consuming seahorses of unknown origin or from polluted waters can cause heavy metal poisoning. Allergic reactions. Some people with sensitive constitutions may be allergic to ingredients in seahorses, causing symptoms such as rashes, itching, or difficulty breathing. Environmental impacts. The indiscriminate exploitation of seahorses for commercial purposes has pushed many species to the brink of extinction. The International Union for Conservation of Nature has listed many species of seahorses as endangered or vulnerable. For children and pregnant women, please note, currently, there is no reliable scientific evidence that seahorses have positive effects on children and pregnant women. On the contrary, the use of seahorses for these two subjects is considered extremely dangerous and is not recommended. Here are the specific reasons. For children, lack of scientific research. Research on medicinal herbs from seahorses mainly focuses on issues related to male physiology and adult health. There is no research proving the safety and effectiveness of seahorses for children. Risk of heavy metal poisoning. Seahorses live in the marine environment and can accumulate toxic heavy metals such as mercury, lead, and cadmium. Children's bodies are more sensitive and susceptible to poisoning than adults, so the use of seahorses can cause serious damage to the nervous system and internal organs. Unwanted side effects. The bioactive compounds in seahorses can cause unforeseen side effects in children, such as digestive disorders, allergies, or endocrine problems. For pregnant women, risk of miscarriage or birth defects. In Oriental medicine, seahorses are considered a warm medicine capable of strongly stimulating blood circulation. This can cause uterine contractions, leading to the risk of miscarriage, especially in the first months of pregnancy. Some animal studies have shown that seahorse extracts can cause negative effects on fetal development. Risk of heavy metal poisoning. Similar to children, pregnant women are also very sensitive to heavy metals. The accumulation of mercury in the mother's body can be transmitted to the fetus through the placenta, causing damage to the baby's brain and nervous system. No evidence of benefits. There is no scientific evidence that seahorses provide health benefits to mothers and fetuses. The use of any herbs or supplements during pregnancy requires close consultation and supervision by a physician. In short, seahorses are a valuable medicinal herb but should only be used by adults and under the guidance of a specialist. Seahorses should absolutely not be used by children and pregnant women to avoid serious health risks. Since ancient times, seahorses have been considered a precious medicinal herb in Oriental medicine. Therefore, dishes made from seahorses are often prepared as medicine or health-enhancing foods. Below are some suggestions for dishes made from seahorses, often using dried seahorses. 1. Seahorses soaked in wine. This is the most common way of preparation. Seahorses, usually a male and female pair, are soaked in white wine and can be combined with traditional Chinese medicines such as ginseng, wolfberry, epimedium, or codonopsis. Seahorse wine is said to have the effect of nourishing the kidneys, strengthening yang, and supporting the treatment of male physiological problems. The longer the soaking time, the more effective the wine is. 2. Seahorse porridge. Dried seahorses are cleaned, chopped, and cooked with rice. Other ingredients such as wolfberry, fresh shrimp, or ginseng can be added to increase nutritional value. This porridge is often used to nourish the body, especially for people with weakness or physiological problems. 3. Seahorse stew. Seahorse can be stewed with meats such as chicken, goat meat, or pork kidney. This method of preparation helps the nutrients in the seahorse blend into the broth, creating a dish that is both delicious and nutritious. The stew is often combined with other traditional Chinese medicines such as wolfberry and jujube, helping to enhance its effects. 4. Seahorse powder. Dried seahorse is roasted until crispy, then ground into a fine powder. This powder can be mixed with warm water to drink directly or mixed with other dishes. This method is often used to treat some diseases according to traditional medicine. Summary. Although considered a valuable medicine in Oriental medicine, the use of seahorses poses many risks and ethical issues, requiring caution and deep understanding. Their medicinal value, although anecdotal, still needs to be verified through modern scientific research. At the same time, overexploitation pressure has pushed many seahorse species to the brink of extinction. Threat from exploitation and trade. The demand for seahorses as medicine, functional foods, and pets has created a global trade industry worth millions of dollars. Every year, tens of millions of seahorses are estimated to be caught from the wild. This uncontrolled exploitation has devastated seahorse populations, especially in areas such as Southeast Asia. What is worrying is that fishing often does not discriminate by size and age, including juveniles and pregnant animals. In addition, the seahorse trade also has many problems. Illegal trade. Many seahorse species have been listed in Appendix 2 of the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, meaning that their trade must be strictly controlled. However, smuggling activities still occur, making conservation efforts difficult. Unsustainable farming and fishing. Seahorse farms are often not large enough to meet market demand, leading to continued dependence on wild seahorse resources. Conservation recommendations and solutions. To address this problem, conservation organizations and the international community have proposed many solutions. Tighten trade regulations, strengthen control and enforcement of CITES regulations to prevent illegal seahorse trade. Protect habitats. Coral reefs, kelp forests and seagrass beds are home to seahorses and need to be protected from pollution and destruction. Scientific research. Focus on studying valuable compounds in seahorses to find chemical synthesis methods or find sustainable alternative medicinal sources. This will help reduce the pressure on exploiting seahorses from the wild. Advice for consumers. For consumers, the use of seahorses should comply with the following principles. Consult an expert. Always seek advice from a doctor or experienced Oriental medicine practitioner to ensure safety and effectiveness when using. Use products with clear origins. Prioritize products produced from licensed farms and not exploited from the wild. Consider alternatives. Many other herbs have similar uses to seahorses, but are more sustainable and safer for health. The video ends here. Hello everyone. Thank you for watching. If you find it meaningful, please give me a like, share, and click the subscribe button to motivate me to continue making videos.